Thandiwe from MDMSA TV reporting live from Africa Health at Gallagher Estate in Midrand. Today we are interviewing Dr. Karungu from Synthecon, who is currently exhibiting at Africa Health as a member of the Medical Device Manufacturers of South Africa. Dr. Karungu, thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much, and the pleasure is mine.
At Synthecon, your medical devices have the opportunity to change people's lives in South Africa. Can you tell us a bit more about your company?
Look, thank you very much. What we do, we manufacture surgical sutures. What are surgical sutures? Those are literally in layman language, the threads that the surgeon have to use to close human body or human parts when they operate. In other words, you'll be able to have product that the doctor will trust to close or work around the wound, and to trust that it will hold the wound until the wound is fully recovered and then it's absorbed, and all it may need to be taken out after the wound has healed, or you have to live with it the rest of your life. What does that mean? It means it's one of the most highly sophisticated product in hospital theaters for the reason I gave you. Secondly, it's one of the products that has been done primarily by Americans for as many years as we know. So, it is highly branded. In other words, it's branded to a company called Johnson & Johnson. Two, it is overtly sold. In other words, the prices that it's sold is unbearably, understandably too high. And that's the reason why I came across this about 15, 17 years ago, and I looked at the product, I looked how it's made, and I realized, African continent cannot afford. Africa cannot afford to pay for that which costs maybe $5, and they pay $300 US. In other words, I'm saying, whatever is sold at maybe cost 100 rands to make, 100 rands, is sold on average in our hospitals 4,000 or 2,000 above. And I say the continent can't afford, and that's what we embarked on, that's what we do, and we have changed the prices across the African continent.
Can you tell us a bit about the rapidly changing technology in the medical device industry?
Look, technology has become one aspect of changing and making it cheap for humanity to access many medical devices. The medical devices being maybe prostheses, may they be sutures, may they be PPEs, you name it. So it happens that we'll have to see, we do see a correlation between high technology in medical devices and the decreases in price. However, in the industry we are in, that's not necessarily the case. In other words, the product that was made by Johnson & Johnson about 100 years ago, which is chronic or plain, made from the guts of the cow, have remained the same, because the alternatives are not there. In other words, there are very few technologically made products that can substitute some of the sutures in the space. But we are also finding out that synthetic, which is made in the factory, which is made technologically, are also becoming some of the best products in the market. And the more we have technology in the space, the cheaper humanity will be able to pay. Two, the more the number of diversified product we'll have to see in the market, which is in the best interest of mankind.
Your medical device products touch lives throughout Southern Africa and the world. Can you tell us of the experience needed for any newcomer to the industry?
That's a very good question. First and foremost, Africa is solely dependent on imported medical devices. You name them all. Very few, very few are made in Africa. If I move, I'd add a little bit and say medical devices and pharmaceutical product. Almost 90% of what is consumed in Africa is imported into Africa, which makes it extremely expensive. And what has happened over the years and what people need to know, nothing we import we can't make because we are not inventing a new product. We are literally doing a duplication or imitation, so to speak. So if you look at India and China, Brazil, these countries for many years did not invent what they are making to export to us. Most of what they have were made or manufactured, innovated in Europe and in the United States. However, they started making them, whether they were generics, whether they were imitation, they became the exporter into Africa. Africans need to wake up to say, we can't always be buying to sell what is made by other people. Why can't we invent? We don't even innovate. All we need is to make what other people made and improve. That's what I do. And until we move, we will never change the cost of health in this continent. It will always be, unfortunately, government funded, which the government sometimes cannot afford, or it will be private sector driven for the privileged few. But if we make what we make, or what we are trying to do, and other people do another one and another one and another product, we are going to A, lessen the imports, therefore saving foreign exchange, 2, create jobs, 3, be able to market at a cheaper price because we are more compassionate within than the people outside.
Can you tell us how did you find out about Africa Health 2022?
Well, Africa Health 2022, I've been to African Health the last 3 years. There are 3 times. So definitely the last one we attended was Garaha Estate. I think there was another one in Santon. And of course, we are keen to promote ourselves in Africa, meaning we have people in the operation who look for opportunities across the continent. Therefore, we came to know you, 1, because we are South Africans. 2, we are part of trying to find out how can we expand and share our story with other people. And of course, the African Health is one of the places to be because you'll meet so many people from all over the continent. Whether they buy from you or they don't, at least they are made aware of the opportunities that are in the continent.
How important is the emerging medical device industry to South Africa? And do you see it as a potential employment provider and catalyst for improving the lives of South Africa?
Another very good question. First and foremost, nothing is as impactful or as rewarding as being part of creating jobs. More so, creating jobs that are permanent. More so, jobs that are saving the product for the continent, A, by making it available, and B, being able to make sure that it is affordable. Therefore, we pride ourselves by saying South Africa, we create jobs. In actual fact, I can tell you now, we are a company that is on the trajectory to hire people. We are hiring Occasionally, we could hire maybe 10, 20. We don't know how many we are going to hire in the next 5 years. Our goal is to see that this operation has more than 200 employees who are pensionable, have an element of medical aid, if not total medical aid. They earn more money than most places they could go. And 4, they are secure in a place they know they are doing the best for their people. I couldn't do that when you are a distributor, because when you are a distributor, okay, you represent company from all over, that's what I hear. You are given the time period on which to perform. If you don't perform, you are lost. When you manufacture, you control the total resource from the base to the end, and you can be able to adjust prices accordingly. Question: what are the challenges we face? One, for whatever reason, we have been made to believe if it is made in Africa, it's not good. That is deadly wrong. 2, we don't trust each other. 3, when we make money, we don't want other people to make money. My answer is, I'm a professor of economics, I teach economics. Wherever I go, I say, please do one thing. If you make money, let other people be part of the process. Let other people benefit. Argument being, in a situation where people think if I make money, other people should not make money because I want to be the one who is driving the best Range Rover, that's not sustainable, because we need to spread the resources for others to be, for us to be. I repeat, for others to be, for us to be. That's the mentality I run my companies with. And to date, I must summarize by saying, I am and will, listen to this, change the cost of sutures from Cape Town to Cairo, from Senegal to Mogadishu. That's my goal.
Thank you for joining us live from Africa Health, Dr. Karungu. This is Thandiwe Magagula signing off for MDMSA TV. Thank you.
Thank you, and have a good day. Thank you very much.